Yo, what's up guys, Cyan here. I'm gonna be honest, none of this is scripted. I literally just got back from seeing the movie, and I'm gonna be rambling. So if you are okay with a unstructured video of a Mario fan screaming about the Mario movie, then please continue to watch, because holy shit, that movie was perfect. I don't throw around that word lightly. Like, there is a couple plot holes, like, to be honest, I don't even know why Bowser's doing what he's doing. That's not explained at all, but like, everything else about it, literally perfect. It's literally perfect. There wasn't even a single fart joke either. It wasn't like an Illumination thing where it's like, oh, they just snuck in, like, you know, their classic Illumination thing. No, it was literally perfect. I do not throw around that word lightly. It was perfect. It was everything I wanted and more. And after seeing this movie, all I can say is for the perceivable future, it's looking super bright. Like, oh my god, this movie is giving me like energy to actually go do stuff. Like, this has like reinvigorated like everything in my life. Like, for the next couple of days, I just know I'm gonna be like sweating. This video is literally gonna come out like the day after. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna grind this thing out. And yeah, anyway, I said I was gonna ramble, so that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, also I'll try to avoid spoilers, but the spoilers will definitely be at the end because I can't resist myself. So yeah, sorry. Anyway, I feel like the best place for us to start is the negatives, because there wasn't any. But I just want to quickly talk about my theater experience going over there, because, again, rambling, I can talk about whatever the heck I want. I don't care. You're going to hear my thoughts on this Mario movie. I don't give a shit. I don't care if this isn't in line with the content I usually create. I don't care. So I went over there with my dad and brother. It was amazing, dude. And you know, if it weren't for the two children on my right who were constantly talking, and like, you know, one of them was like missing her candy, and like they got lost between the seats, and so they were constantly like moving around, and then one of the kids ended up touching my drink. Oh, he almost drank it too if I didn't stop him. Like, oh my god, kids, dude. Oh my god, for how much I would give to have this be a private screening, because man, oh man, that kind of ruined it for me. But you know what, if the movie wasn't as good as it was, then I wouldn't be making this video. Like, the movie itself was so good that I could ignore this slight negative. Hell, it's not even about the movie, it's just about my theater experience. I also got one of those Mario tins, which are really awesome. It's not the most high quality thing, it's not like the most like awesome product they could have came up with, but you know, I had to grab one as a Mario fan, and so I did, and I will forever till the end of time be eating popcorn out of that thing. I'll also just say real quickly, I wish I did not see many of the trailers, because oh my goodness, especially that last one. I had to kind of eventually watch it anyway, because, you know, Nintendo YouTuber guy, you know how that is. Yeah, dude, oh man, I wish I avoided the trailers. Oh, because I feel like I kind of knew everything going into it. I was still very surprised, and there were still so many things that like blew my socks away about the movie that, you know. But like, man, I wish I avoided. I need to start avoiding trailers more often for things, because my god, the surprises, man, the references. Oh my, I'll get to the references later, but like, oh my god, I'm gonna literally like, I've already scheduled a new, like, I already bought tickets for another screening of the movie to rewatch it, because I need to rewatch it. There's so many references that I missed. And let me tell you, I caught a good chunk of them that I will talk about, but like, oh my god, there are so many that I need to go rewatch that movie, and I'm gonna go do that after this, probably. You know what? I will just go straight to the theater after this. I will demand them giving me a midnight screening, please. Anyway, moving on, I also want to talk about the voice actors, because that's kind of where this all started, right? I mean, we did know about this movie 7 years in advance, but the real, like, the hype wave kind of began with the voice actors, and I wanted to touch on that real quickly, because I know a lot of people were like concerned that, you know, like, oh, is Mario actually good? And, you know, like, all I'm gonna say is yes, every one of them is perfect. It's literally so goated, and it's amazing, dude. It's so amazing. Chris Pratt, I feel so bad for Chris Pratt, man, because Chris Pratt, for the marketing, like, they sent out his really shitty lines, like, they sent out his bad takes for the press. I have no idea why they did that, because he does a good Mario. Like, it's not even that bad. He does a good Mario. It really sucks too. I feel so bad for the guy. He did give it his all, and a lot of people doubted him. And, you know, even myself as well, even someone who is a huge Chris Pratt fan, who likes him in, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy and all that, and Lego Movie, a lot of people were giving him shit, and I felt so bad because in this movie he gave an amazing performance, and I get it. I get it. He's Hollywood. I understand. He even mentioned himself at one point that, like, yeah, he understands, you know, voicing a character that a lot of people grew up with and how, like, insane that is. Like, he understands, like, why voicing this character is a big deal to a lot of people. Dude, I just feel so bad for the guy because he definitely killed it. I will say that much. It's not like he was the greatest performance in the movie. That goes to Jack Black, but he killed it, dude. He killed it. He did a great job. Charlie Day 2, he went insane. His screaming was perfect. Like, I loved it. Oh my god, Peach was alright too. It wasn't my favorite. Seth Rogen made me laugh way too much. Dude, they even snuck in the Seth Rogen laugh. Bowser got to do his musical numbers. You know, he teased about that, but he actually got to do them, and they're amazing. It's just straight up Jack Black singing, and it's hilarious. I love it. It's perfect. Now, before we actually get to the actual movie itself, I want to touch on one other thing because I think it's really important. I need to touch on the music. My god, Sonic movie. I'm sorry. I'm gonna poke fun at you, Mr. Sonic movie. Why did you not have Sonic tracks? Because the Mario movie's out here including Mario tracks, and I don't understand. I don't. Why was there no Sonic tracks? I mean, this movie is just casually throwing... Dude, there was remixes of everything. Everything you could think of was in this movie. They had Bowser's Fury in this. That's what blew me away. Bowser's Fury started playing. Okay, that game is... Okay, the game's been out for a while, but like the Bowser's Fury expansion was like 2 years old. And here they're just casually referencing Bowser's Fury. And like they were playing it, and I was like, whoa, my god, no way. Dude, they played Gusty Garden Galaxy at the very end of the movie. I almost cried. Like, that rendition of it, what the fuck? I almost cried. They played Super Mario 3D World, Super Mario World 2, Land. Like, they played all of it. Every theme, like, everything was represented. Nothing got the boot. You know, even something as, you know, minuscule as, like, Sunshine got something. Like, everything got something. Even down to like Bowser playing the underground theme, like there was just so much going on. Like, it was nuts. It was nuts, dude. I could go on forever about the music. I'm a huge music guy, and so when I like noticed some of the renditions and the medleys playing for some of the themes, like sure they use some of, you know, some music you would expect they put in the movie. They did play I Need a Hero, so there you go. There's your Shrek moment. But yeah, you know, even outside of those tracks, like they did have some amazing Mario music, and the fact that most of them was just straight up ripped from the game still blows me away. Just hearing that in a public theater, like. You know that feeling when you play a game like when you're younger, like, and you're just hearing this music in a movie, knowing that thousands, millions, billions, hell, I would say billions are hearing this. Non-fans are hearing some of this music and seeing some of these characters that like you only ever saw in the games, and just to see, like, I know you, like, as a fan, you're not like involved with the project, but it feels super like poetic. It feels amazing just having fans and having non-fans like seeing these things that you grew up with and having them experience that as well. It hits home in ways that I can't even explain. Anyway, I'm going off track. I was talking about music, but I guess now would be the perfect time to talk about the story. Spoiler warning, by the way. I don't think I'm gonna hold back. I can't hold back at this point. If you've seen the movie, yeah, you're good. This isn't a game, okay? You've either seen it or you haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen it, then get out of here. What are you still doing? So the movie starts out kind of how the first trailer did for the movie. It started with, you know, on a peaceful snowland, you know, and then fire from the skies, and Bowser's castle comes in and terrorizes the penguins, which, believe it or not, the penguins don't really get much screen time. Like, you'd think like they would develop the kingdoms more, but no, it's all really fast paced without much development, which I'll admit is kind of maybe a detriment. I don't think it was. As a fan, I can kind of look past it. I also have to say that like this movie is kind of like, I know I'm saying it's like the perfect movie, but like it is coming from a fan perspective and not like a neutral perspective. Because if it's from a neutral perspective, I would definitely understand why people may think this movie isn't as great, but as a fan, it's perfect. So anyway, yeah, Bowser terrorizes the penguins. Dude, that scene still sends chills down my spine. Still raw as hell. I don't know if I've said it already on this channel, but like Bowser in this scene, if I need a clip to show people that Bowser is badass despite like you know, everyone be like, oh, he's just the funny dad. I'm gonna show the scene of him burning down the ice castle. Like, what? I will say it was kind of weird hearing him say open the gates or you will die and not just open the gates. Like, it's that thing in the trailers where like the trailers show one thing, but like you didn't realize after watching the movie that the trailers actually cut off stuff. And it does kind of take me out of the moment a little bit, but you know, that's just me nitpick. Anyway, he grabs the star. He burns down the castle. Apparently this castle was holding a star, a power star. I don't know why. We don't even know why he wants this power star. He says it's to like impress Peach so he can marry her, but even outside of that, I still have no idea what the purpose of the star is. Yeah, they don't really explain that well, but again, nitpicking, I'm nitpicking. We then see an ad for the Mario Bros. Plumbing commercial, and while I did see this on Twitter already, it still felt so surreal seeing the Mario Bros. Plumbing, the freaking intro from the TV show being played. Again, it's just seeing all these things that I grew up with as a kid, and like the fact that Nintendo is referencing this shit and they're just bringing it back casually just to be like, hey, remember this thing from 20, 30 years ago? Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. Oh my god, it blows me away every time. And the fact that they even brought Peach's voice actor to do that lady over there talking about her bank account still blew me away. It's unreal. I said I wasn't gonna like mention the references, but I can't help myself. Then you have Mario and Luigi in this like cafe mentioning how they spent their whole life savings on it. And then you also realize that apparently this is the real world. I mean, we can kind of imply that from the trailers, but yeah, they're actually in Brooklyn. They're actually in New York, and they're actually, you know, they're human beings that came from the real world, which I don't know if that like recontextualizes. This is like a new like lore for Mario going forward. And this is like a soft reboot for the series, but in this like world for the movie, the Mario Bros live in our world, like the actual Earth and like, you know, New York, and you know they run a plumbing service, and you know their plumbing service doesn't really have many customers, and they even get yelled at by Spike. Oh my god! Oh my god! How did I forget this one thing? How did I forget? When they're like, after they're done like looking at the commercial, to the right of them, the Charles Martinet, the cameo. They said there was going to be a cameo. You have this like Italian guy who looks just like the original Mario from like the arcades, and he like does the voice and everything, and it's so cute. Man, my theater did not like jump. I like screamed at that moment. I was like, holy shit, Charles Martinet! And he's just casually doing the Mario. He does it again later in the film, by the way, which I thought was really crazy. But yeah, he does it later too. Oh my god, it was insane. But then after that encounter, they get a call from these rich people saying they have a plumbing issue, and bada bing bada boom, they have their first service or whatever after publishing the ad. I'm stumbling over the details, I'm sorry. Anyway, they do it, they get into a fight with this like house dog. They mess up the entire plumbing because, you know, something has to go wrong, you know, that's just how it is. And then after that, they apparently go home and they have a family. Like, not Mario and Luigi. No, Mario and Luigi does not have a family. They do not make out. They are brothers. That is incest. Don't, you know. No, but like they go home and they have a whole family over there, an Italian family, and they're eating like spaghetti and mushrooms. And oh, fun fact, apparently Mario hates mushrooms, which I thought that was so funny. It's like a freaking gag that he apparently hates mushrooms. You would think the mushroom guy, you know, he would love, but nah, he hates mushrooms. He probably grows to like them later, but yeah, he despises mushrooms, and it got a real chuckle out of me and my dad, 100%. Like it was hilarious. But then as they're watching the news, and I'm trying to avoid mentioning the references until we get to that part, but they watch the news and then they see that Pauline announces that there's a massive flood going on in New York, and obviously the Mario brothers see this as a chance to shine, so they go over there, they try to fix it, and they go underground like the plumbers do, and they go underground, they try to fix the problem. I don't know if they ended up fixing it. I need to go rewatch it. But anyway, they stumbled upon this like pipe world, and they find this green pipe, and of course, as you would know, this would work. The hero's journey, they fall into this mysterious world. Mario and Luigi, they get sucked into this pipe. They get separated. Luigi goes to this place called the Darklands, and Mario gets to go to the Mushroom Kingdom because God, Luigi cannot have anything good in this world. They get separated. Luigi eventually gets chased by Dry Bones, which is really cool. Dude, I wish he had the Poltergust. That would have been so cool. But I understand. They got to keep it grounded. They got to set up the world, so that way the sequel, they can go all out, which I'll talk about that later. But yeah, Luigi gets chased down. We also see Mario in the Mushroom Kingdom. He's learning what toads are. I forgot the jungle creature's called. You'll have to forgive me, but he sees one of those. He sees the Buzzy Beetle. He sees all this shit, and he's like, "Whoa, what is this place?" But yeah, he talks to Keith Michael Key. God, yeah, I'm trying here, guys. Yeah, they hang out, and the Keith Michael Key Toad, he's like, "Hey, the princess can help you go find your brother." And so they go to the Mushroom Kingdom. They do all that stuff. Mario explores the Mushroom Kingdom, sees all this stuff. I'm not going to talk about the Mushroom Kingdom exploration scene too much, because that clip was released like 4 or 5 months ago. Everyone kind of already seen it. I'll just say, having the music all interwoven like that was freaking hilarious. There's also this one thing about blowing on the cartridge, but I'll get to that later. That's a reference. I have a list of references, and I will talk about them. All right, just let's get to the movie plot here. Anyway, Mario gets up to the castle, and there's two toads guarding it, right? And they try to like stop Mario from coming in, you know, with the classic, "Oh," and they literally say it word for word too. The princess is in another castle. I still can't believe Nintendo made this movie. Like, it feels like fans made this and not Nintendo. But no, Nintendo made this movie, and it just gets crazier and crazier as it goes on. Anyway, the Keith Michael Key Toad. I'm gonna call him Keith Toad from now on. He doesn't really get a name. I'll call him Keith Toad. Keith Toad like distracts them a little bit while he hits the distraction dance on them, right? With the cook-off. And then Mario kind of like sneaks on through, gets into the castle, eventually meets up with Peach, and he gets his ass whooped. He's slammed on the ground by Peach. Rightfully so. I mean, I don't want to see some like random Italian guy intruding on my castle. I mean, that'd be kind of annoying. So then Mario obviously explains to Peach, like, "Hey, my brother's been captured. Oh, can you help him?" And Peach is like, "Oh, where's he at?" And he's like, "Oh, the Darklands. There's some place called the Darklands held by this guy named Bowser." And Peach is like, and Peach is like, "Oh, hey, don't worry, I'll save him. I'm on my way to go get the Kongs," because apparently they're going to recruit the Kongs. They have like a whole army. They're trying to recruit them and get them to help out. Yeah, as one does, you know. And Peach tells Mario, like, "Hey, you have to stay here, like, you know, because you're not ready to fight Bowser." But obviously Mario wants to go, and so Peach is like, "Hey, you're gonna have to prove yourself, though." So he makes Mario go through this obstacle course, and it's really cool because then the mushroom thing gets brought back up again, and Peach is like, "Hey, you gotta take one of these to get bigger." And Mario's like, "No, dude, I hate mushrooms." Oh, and also, oh my god, how did I forget this? But before that, Peach, like, freaking, she shows off, man. She just shows off for parkour. Oh man, she literally being a girl boss this entire movie. A lot of people were saying it on Twitter, but literally Peach was being a girl boss this entire freaking movie, taking freaking charge of the kingdom. It was so crazy. It was awesome. But yeah, obviously after seeing this, Mario has a lot to live up to. He struggles a bit, and then as you know, the what's the song called again? How did I forget? Oh yeah, "I Need a Hero," and that like starts playing, right? And that starts playing. It definitely got me out of the moment. I'm gonna be real, but you know, it's still hilarious seeing that play again. And then he eventually gets to the obstacle course, and bada bing bada boom, Peach, Mario, and Keith Toad are on their journey to recruit the Kongs. Meanwhile, over in the Darklands, Luigi's being captured by a bunch of Shive guys and Sniffle guys. I believe that's what the guys with the black masks are called. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, this isn't scripted. I already said that already. It's not scripted. So yeah, Luigi gets captured, and Bowser, dude, let me just stop real quickly just to say this, but like, Bowser was so aggressive this movie. I mean, I already said it at the beginning, but like, man, Bowser like really made it an effort to just show like how menacing he is. Like, he's still a hilarious, like, funny goofball. Like, you know, he's still everything you expect out of Bowser, but like, man, he is aggressive. He is scary. Like, and like the animators went crazy on his face too. Like, they made his like eyeballs like red, or not his eyeballs, but like his like the white part in his some scientific terms that I just cannot think of at the top of my head. But like, yeah, they made his eyes like red. They showed how mad he was. They really showed how mad he was. He wants to marry Peach. Like, he is very adamant about marrying Peach. Literally the Odyssey shit, which I'll get to in a second. I will scream about that when we get to that. But yeah, like, he rips off Luigi's mustache, and I was like, poor Luigi, dude. And then he gets brought down to the cages and all that, where they see the penguins from earlier. They see this Luma, which I also find really interesting. I know we've seen this Luma in the trailer already, but it's so interesting that there is a Luma in this movie. And it, combined with the fact that Peach is like, oh, there are other worlds, other universes out there. Like, my guy, Rosalina, where's she at? Wait, I know that's what you're referencing. She wasn't in this movie, though. There was no reference to it. Just the Luma sound effect, which... oh my god, that sent shivers down my spine when I first heard it. I'm gonna be real. But yeah, this little Luma, he's like, he really wants to kill himself. I don't know why. He's really suicidal. He wants the sweet release of death. And then we also see a scene of like Mario and Peach. They're getting fire flowers and all that. They're like camping and all that. We all saw that scene. But then Peach obviously says the fabled words, there are other universes out there. Like, oh my god. Literally. Mario Galaxy, just say it. Just say you're making a sequel of Mario Galaxy in it. Like, I'm already there. Day one. I'm telling you, dude. Mario Galaxy 2 is one of my favorite video games, by the way. Like, of all time. So, like, holy shit, dude. Comet Observatory, like, planets, galaxies, like, fucking, just do it. Just do it, Nintendo. Just get it out to us in, like, 2 years from now. No, please take your time with it if you do it. But, like, oh my god. Just know, when you do make it, I'm there for it. I'm ready for it. Go Planetary already. Let's do it by the second movie. So then Mario and Peach and all that, they eventually make it to the Kongs, which, oh my, it's super cool. They talk with Cranky Kong, and Cranky Kong's like, no, you will not get my army. And then Mario's like, hey, I'll fight your son if you let me have your army. And they all laugh at him and all that, but he eventually proves himself. You know, he beats up Seth Rogen, Donkey Kong, which, by the way, oh my god, wait, oh my, okay, I gotta mention this. I know this could like fall into the references bit I want to talk about, but like, dude. They brought the DK rap. Oh my god. That song is like 2 decades old, okay? I'm convinced Nintendo didn't make this movie. Fans did. There is no way they casually brought the DK rap in this movie. I still don't believe it. The DK rap actually fucking played when Donkey Kong came out. I am still shaking from that moment. Oh my god. The DK rap! Guys, the DK rap, it was actually playing. It was insane. But anyway, yeah, Mario gets beaten up, you know, as he does. But then eventually he hits an item block, but oh, it was a mini mushroom. So he was a little baby, and it didn't work out. The mini mushroom does actually do some stuff though. I wonder if in like the next movie they'll make it like actually utilize it, because you can run really fast, you can run on water and get to small corners. There is uses with the mini mushroom. Yeah, I just a thought, Nintendo. But then eventually he gets his hands on the cat Mario. And this is actually really funny. I wanted to mention this, but a lot of parents in the theater didn't understand what the cat Mario was. And that's why the generational gap, you know, that's where it hits for some people. A lot of people are like, why is he a cat? But yeah, he beats him up with the cat Mario, which is the most OP power-up in Super Mario 3D World, so makes sense, He beats him up, and then, yeah, he gets the army, and then they go to make their own carts. Yeah, oh my god, it's so cool. It's so cool. It's literally the cart customization from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's perfect. They then travel down Rainbow Road to get to Bowser's Castle, and, you know, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. A bunch of Koopas in their trucks. You know, they try to chase after Mario. Then a bunch of stuff happens. Eventually, one of the commanders, the blue shell Koopa, he gets his cart destroyed, and then he turns into the blue shell from Mario Kart and destroys the Rainbow Road, getting Mario and DK sent to the underwaters and they get swallowed by this like giant eel. Oh my god, dude, it's so cool that they reference the blue shell, and then blue shells are like a thing, and like there's actual like Koopas that are like, because we haven't seen like a blue Koopa, like that's just not a thing, but in this movie it is a thing, and it's so cool. Then obviously most of the Kongs get captured, and so Peach is forced to retreat to the castle, telling everybody to retreat. Bowser like invades and is like, Peach, you gotta marry me or I'm gonna kill all your toads, and then Peach is like, okay, fine, I'll marry. And yeah, then Mario and Donkey Kong are like arguing, and they're like, hey, we gotta get out of here and stuff, and they're like yelling at each other. They have this like really cool rivalry going on, and it was really cool. It references the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series a little bit, which I thought was super sick, as long as, you know, the rivalry from the very beginning. So then, yeah, Donkey Kong ends up causing like a bit of a ruckus. He starts like punching the eel from the inside. And then he looks at his cart. He's like, oh yeah, the barrel's on my race cart. And then he like uses it to get out of the eel. And then it references Donkey Kong Country. I know, again, I said I wasn't going to mention references, but he flies out with Mario on his back, and they're flying the rocket barrel like they do in Donkey Kong Country and Country Returns. It's so freaking cool, dude. So then we pan back to the wedding with Bowser and Peach. By the way, Bowser's in the wedding outfit. He's in the wedding outfit from Odyssey. Yeah, dude. They're referencing the modern games too. They're referencing everything. They're referencing everything in this movie. It blows me away. And then we even see more like enemy types as like Peach is walking out to like go marry Bowser. We see like King Boo, King Babam. We're seeing Bullet Bills, dude. We're seeing everybody. Everyone's getting freaking shout outs over here. There's probably even more that I'm missing. But obviously, I need to go rewatch the movie to see that. But yeah, it's super cool. She goes up there. The Toad's like, "Hey, I got a secret. It's in this flower. It's in this bouquet of flowers. I got you, Peach." And Peach is just going along with it. We don't know what it is. But then she goes up there. See that Bowser's like threatening to like throw all the prisoners into the lava as a ritual sacrifice. I don't get how that works, but you know what? Go do movie. So then before like Bowser's like, hey, will you marry me and all that? Like Peach like beats the shit out of Magic Koopa, and I'm like, oh my god. By the way, speaking of Magic Koopa, I should have mentioned this earlier. Again, rambling, no script, but Magic Koopa's voice, I know we already knew who he was voiced by, but he literally does the voice from the Super Mario TV show, and it's perfect and it's legendary. And I love it. And Magic Koopa was awesome in this movie, by the way. I just wanted to say that real quickly. But yeah, Peach is like, hey, I'm not going to marry your fat ass. And then she pulls out this ice flower and becomes Ice Peach. And I'm like, holy shit, there's an ice flower too. And then she freezes everything. She freezes Bowser. She freezes the gates from falling into the lava. She starts freezing. She starts like taking on all of Bowser's army up there with an ice flower. I'm like, oh my god. Meanwhile, Mario and DK are trying to make their way back, and they do, and they find these question mark blocks in the kingdom, and they grab them, and Mario gets a mushroom, and we already saw from the trailer, but fire DK, dude! I'm gonna be honest though, that scene, like, honestly made me think about something. It made me think for a second. Are they gonna make a 3D Mario game based on this movie? I don't know why with that scene in particular, but when I see fire DK, I'm always thinking like, hey, are they gonna make a movie out? Like, or not, sorry, not a movie. Are they gonna make a game out of this? Like, it feels weird giving DK power-ups. Like, all of a sudden, he's never had power-ups. That's like never been a thing DK has ever had before. So I don't know. I just think that's interesting. They eventually take on like all of the enemies. Mario eventually finds a raccoon leaf, which, oh my god, still blew me away. And the music that was playing for it too. Chef kiss, chef kiss. They make their way up to the top to stop the enemies and all that. Bowser breaks out of the ice, Luigi gets saved and all that, and then Bowser's just like, I'm mad, you didn't marry me forcefully, I'm sending down a bonsai bill. And I was like, bonsai bill? Holy shit. He sends out a bonsai bill to attack the Mushroom Kingdom, and then Raccoon Mario obviously goes over there. He can't get the bonsai bill to move out of the way, so he freaking tail swipes his eye. Poor bonsai bill, and gets him to like chase the bonsai bill to like chases him around. And then eventually, like, he gets him to hit a warp pipe, which causes a black hole destruction thing or whatever. So anyway, because of this explosion, it causes the Mushroom Kingdom to evade the real world, or specifically Bowser's castle. Bowser's like really pissed. He's like, Mario, you ruined my wedding! And he starts beating the ever-living shit out of him. And I'm like, oh my god. And then, like, even when Mario gets, like, thrown away, like, even when Donkey Kong, Peach, and Toad are going up against Bowser's soloing all of them, and it's so scary to watch. Again, making Bowser threatening. He's still really funny. He still has his musical numbers, but he is a threat in this movie. But anyway, he gets motivated. Mario gets motivated by the, like, ad or whatever playing in the cafe. Being like, oh yeah, man, I gotta be there for my brother, dude. And then he gets back out there and he goes for the star to try to stop Bowser. And then Luigi's coming over there with the freaking, you know, the wait, what's it called? The sewage like pipe holder lid thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He literally deflects Bowser's fire, and I'm like, oh my god. And then they both go after the star. And, you know, people were telling me about this before I saw the movie. The climax was amazing. And yeah, it was amazing. They grab the star. It goes white. Everyone's, like, confused. And then probably the most badass version of the Starman theme started playing. It was insane. They start charging at full speed, like going through the entirety of Bowser's army with the star, beating the shit out of everyone. And I was like, oh my God. It blew me away. And then they go off to Bowser. They kick his ass. They send him crushing on his like nose on the statue. And then they pile drived him into the freaking statue of the castle. You know what I mean? They cause an explosion. They beat up Bowser. And then he's like down for the count. And Peach forces him to eat a mini mushroom. And he gets tiny. And then he gets trapped in a jar. Please don't make any jar jokes about that. And then that kind of wraps up the movie. And then you see that Mario's plumbing company or whatever gets like relocated to the Mushroom Kingdom. And that's how the movie ends. And also there is 2 end credit scenes. One of Bowser just like singing in his cage, and then the other of a Yoshi egg hatching, which again, Mario Galaxy 2, or maybe it's just gonna be a Yoshi spinoff. I don't know. Anyway, that was the Mario movie. That was freaking insane. Oh god, this video is so long. I hope you guys aren't annoyed of my rambling at this point. This probably could have been a podcast discussion. Anyway, before this video ends, I want to talk about some notable references I saw. I know you can watch like Game Explain for them, but I want to talk about the references I saw in my first screening of it. Because I want to gush, man. I'm a Nintendo fan. I want to gush. So firstly, we saw like at the beginning of the movie, there was the Charles Martinet Mario at the arcade. That blew me away. That blew me away, of course. Then there was like a moment where like Mario was playing Kid Icarus on the NES. And Kid Icarus 2? Or sorry, Kid Icarus 3? Uprising 2? I don't know. Yeah, another Kid Icarus game? It felt crazy seeing a Kid Icarus game. Combined with that, there was also the, I forgot what the ship's called, but Fox's ship from Star Fox was on the TV too. That was insane. On that same TV too, when he was like pulling up the news, Pauline was there. That was sick. Apparently, so I had to explain to a couple people that like Pauline was like the original Princess Peach, and that Princess Peach wasn't like a thing until like the original Mario Bros, which I thought was like super funny that a lot of people didn't know that. But yeah, apparently, yeah. Dude, the Bowser's Fury music during that scene where like Bowser's Koopalings are like jamming out. Again, did not expect to play Bowser's Fury. Did not expect that at all. Like they could just like pull up some Mario and Luigi reference at this point, and I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I'd probably be screwing my ass off, but like, dude, it was insane. Oh my god, also, another thing, dude. Okay, I don't know why the references are like hitting me now. Like, they're hitting me now when like I'm about to end my recording, but like there's also this bit where like baby Luigi's getting bullied, but the babies are here. The freaking babies are here. And like baby Luigi and baby Mario were being like bullied by this like kid, and like baby Mario comes in to like freaking protect baby Louie. Dude, I almost cried. I almost freaking cried. Baby Louie, the poor guy was being made fun of by this blonde white kid. And I'm like, I'm gonna punch this kid. And then baby Mario comes in to save him. And I was, oh, dude, it almost made me cry. There's also this reference when like Mario was like traveling throughout the Mushroom Kingdom or whatever. And, like when the Toads was like, I forgot what he was handing him, but like, I think it was like an NES cartridge, but he's like, hey, like one of the Toads was like, hey, my thing's not working. And then the Toad's like, hey, just blow on it and it will work. Just like that. My dad pointed that out to me. He was like, yeah, you know, that's how cartridges work. If it didn't work, just blow on it and all of a sudden it will work. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. He even noticed something, you know, because like he didn't play much Mario games outside the first couple. But like even he noticed that, and that was like so cool that we all like noticed different things, which I thought like made the movie like so magical for like everybody watching. Dude, okay, I gotta stop this video, man. I think I'm repeating myself at this point. It was awesome. It was a great movie. As a Mario fan, I love it. You should go watch it too. I swear if you watch this video, if you haven't watched the movie and you watch this video, why did you do that? Okay, go watch the movie first instead of listening to my thoughts. But if you did, I hope I convinced you to go watch the movie, because it's amazing. It's amazing. I gotta end this here though, because my God, yeah, Mario's awesome, man. We love Mario.